Hey everyone, Crypto Henry here, and today I'm going to answer a couple of questions regarding Illuvium and Illuvium staking, and for how long should you be staking Illuvium considering the Illuvium roadmap and the risks involved. People have been asking me about Illuvium because I've wrote a couple of articles talking about metaverse lands that I'm going to leave the links in the description below. And I have also a couple of metaverse courses. If you want to learn more about the metaverse, you can check those links in the description below. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. And first, I want to start by sharing here the article that I wrote about the top 12 metaverse lands that you should keep an eye on. And we have from, let me scroll down here, from Decentraland, Somnium Space, CryptoVoxels, Sandbox, Big Time, Other Sides, Uplands, Pixelinks, Star Atlas, and Treeverse, and finally Illuvium. Illuvium seems to be a very promising game. You have these 3D virtual worlds where players can explore and capture beasts called Illuvials. Okay, everything very interesting. You can buy plots of land also, and you basically use the ILV token, the Illuvium token, to buy stuff inside the game. That's the main use case of the token. Now, Illuvium seems to be a super interesting game, very nice graphics. The team is very solid, but you need to understand that gaming space it's very risky. So you have, for example, the game Cyberpunk 2077 developed by CD Projekt, a big gaming company, AAA gaming studio. Look, they have over 1,000 employees. They have dozens of years of experience developing games, and they took like 5 years to develop the Cyberpunk 2077 game, and it was a total flop. So when you see these metaverse blockchain companies promising to develop games, well, you need to take it with a grain of salt, and you need to be careful with your portfolio diversification, okay? You cannot go all in a game like Illuvium. Look, I'm also pretty positive about Illuvium. The trailers are super cool. People that have played the beta say that the game is super cool, and I think it's very promising. Don't get me wrong, but these things are very risky. And if you have like companies that have 1,000 employees, and sometimes they fail delivering a game that actually sells, imagine a company that is way smaller. Like in this case, I was actually checking on LinkedIn, and on LinkedIn they have 101 employees. So it's not like a big AAA gaming studio. Okay, so there are risks, but the upside is also very big. This is like angel investing. You are investing in a startup in an early stage game, and consequently, there are risks, there are also potential rewards, and that's why you should not go all in. And I want to also leave you with this chart. Before starting to talk about the staking, bear with me just a second because this is important. So, a year ago, the price of the Illuvium token was $1,000. And now, how much is it? $42. So the price of the token pretty much dropped by like 95%. And the developers continue to develop. I still think that the game is going to get some traction in the future, but this is just to illustrate how volatile and how risky these investments are in some of these metaverse games. The upside is really big. Imagine if you buy it $42 and it goes back to 1,000. Yes, huge upside, but the risks are also huge. A lot of people probably bought it at $1,000. I was just watching this YouTuber that 1 year ago was also talking about the staking, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to buy more Illuvium at $1,000 to stake it." And yeah, so there are big risks here, so you need to have that into consideration, and this kind of games should only be part of a very well diversified portfolio. If the price goes back to $1,000, that will be like a 20 something x. Not too bad, right? High risk, high reward potential. Make your own due diligence, not financial advice. And the reason why I also wanted to talk about this and about the price is that when you go and stake Illuvium, you need to select a time frame. You want to stake it for 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, or 12 months, whatever you want. But for that period, you'll have to leave your tokens locked in a smart contract. So according to your strategy and your investment time frame, you should select a time frame that it best fits your needs. And you also need kind of to align with the Illuvium roadmap. Illuvium just released the Overworld, so they have this already beta version. You can register for the beta version and try this game. I don't know, it might be cool, and I hope it's cool, and people will start more playing the game, and the game it will be successful. But these things take time. Okay, so personally, I'll be locking my Illuvium for a longer period of time. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and finally go ahead and staking. So Illuvium staking has this very nice dashboard, and you can also check here the how much are people staking over the last 1 year or so. You see that there is a nice uptrend in staking. Okay, so let's go ahead and click here. There are two types of staking that you can do, the Illuvium pool and ILV ETH pool on SushiSwap. You need to have into consideration that this pool over here has impermanent loss. So you might see a very interesting APY here, very high, 77%, but you have impermanent loss. If you want to learn more about impermanent loss, you can check my DeFi course. I talk about it in detail, and I'll leave the link in the description below. So in ILV ETH pool, you will be exposed to impermanent loss. Impermanent loss doesn't mean necessarily that you are losing money, but it means that you will be better off just holding into your ILV token. So I will select the ILV pool because I don't want to suffer this impermanent loss. Although the APY is very good, I believe that I just want to hold on to my ILV and not have any impermanent loss. Okay, let's go ahead here and click stake. So we need first to approve our wallet, and I'm going to give here the permission. I'm going to pay approximately 87 cents worth of transaction fee. All right, and approval confirmed. So now I should be able to go ahead and stake my ILV. So as you see here, I have a balance of 18.35 ILV on my wallet, and I want to stake everything. And now, depending on the duration, you will have different APRs, annual percentage rate. So for 1 month, we'll have approximately 5%, 3 months, 6%, 6 months, 7%, 12 months, or you can put custom. You can put a number of days that you want to stake it for, and the maximum is 1 year. So I'm just going to do the 1 year, and I want to do 1 year because I'm in this for the long term. And according to the roadmap, to be honest, it's not really worth to do a short period of time. My investment perspective is a bit more long term, and I believe that probably within 1 year we will be in a more bullish market. And also, I don't need the money, this amount of money for this 1 year. That's why I'm doing this staking. You need to have these different variables into consideration. So I'm going ahead and click stake. So I have here transaction fee to pay, approximately $5. By the way, you need to check what are the transaction fees on the network to make sure that you are not really paying very high transaction fees. And done. So my staking is done. I have staked. Deposit was successful, and your ILV rewards are live on the rewards page. You can see blah blah blah. Okay, awesome. All right, so now if I click here dashboard, you will be able to see your staking. So I have this amount of US dollar staked, and you can also click ILV to see how much ILV actually you have in terms of the staking. And you have here the reward. So as you can see here, although I have staked like 1 minute ago, I have already 0.000033 ILV rewards. Yay! Okay, not much, but honest work. Now note that you can claim these rewards, but these ILV rewards are subject to a 12-month vesting period, meaning that you need to wait until you can actually use these rewards. If you want to have a better visibility over the vesting period, you can also click the vesting tab, and you will see now that my staking will be unlocked within 364 days. So it's 1 year pretty much. And you see that my staking will be unlocked within 364 days, and that my yield rewards will be subject to a 12-month vesting period. So when you do this staking, you really need to have into consideration that you'll need to wait a period of time until you can unstake and until you can use your rewards. So I would love to know, for how long are you going to stake your ILV token, and what are your thoughts on the game, on the future of the Illuvium game? I'd really love to know. And by the way, if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I always do cool videos about metaverse, NFTs, DeFi, and the coolest technologies in the world. Alright guys, that's all for today, and I'll see you next time.